How's it going, misguided peeps? We're back. Um, so it's election night eve on our side, at least at the time of the recording. Um, so we're kind of just over it. I think I would like to speak for both of us and say we're just kind of just over it. So it's a little bit interesting, uh, in the coming few days. But I heard that Otis has a question for us, Oscar.
Oh, whoa, let's hear it.
Yeah. So, with the election in mind, uh, what are you guys plans for the next uh, few hours uh, after the election? How do you see things going, and what do you think is going to be the direction of the country depending on the outcome? Are you preparing for riots or
Oh.
picketing or
Mm,
shortages or people the sky falling? You know, anything like that?
the sky falling, huh? So I will say,
Yeah.
I will say that for some reason, I think I had this discussion with a coworker. I said, if somehow the election leads to civil war or some form of an attack, I'm hunkering down. I think my wife already knows that, you know, like we're gonna stay in. We're gonna try to kind of gather materials or being able to sustain ourselves for a couple of weeks if
Hmm.
something terrible breaks out. Uh, that's why I'm kind of just getting ready for the eventuality that might happen uh, from 4 years ago. Trump pretty much positioned himself in a way. Well, that this might get outdated, but anyways, that Trump positioned himself in a way that he's kind of getting his supporters ready for a hoax of an election, which really scares me, um, because I'm all about that peaceful transfer of power type of deal.
Yeah.
Um, but Oscar, what do you think?
I didn't think that far ahead, actually. I was kind of assuming it's going to be like every year, where we're like, oh, boo, we didn't get the person we wanted. And then we just kind of like, life goes on kind of thing. One thing that was kind of interesting, I was talking to a good friend of mine on Saturday, and he was telling me that he was stressed out about the election, and I've not thought about it the whole time. So that means I'm a very ill-informed voter. Tomorrow I'm going to vote, so we're going to see how things go.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy, dude. You'll be
What,
in the
I'm not,
middle of the crossfire. I mean,
what,
it's gonna be
going to the
chaos.
polls?
Is that what they call them? The
Going to the
voting
polls?
polls? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
also
like
You'll
the
going.
be you'll
ballot centers.
be in the all the traffic of people going to vote.
I mean,
So
my polling place is across the street from where I live, so hopefully it's not a big.
that's not gonna matter, dude.
Is it
That
is
is
it
not gonna matter.
typically empty when you go there to vote?
The biggest election, I think it was like the last Trump Biden or cycle, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I just went in. I got out in like 10 minutes, so it was a long line, but it
So
just like was very
4 years
orderly.
ago, you were in and out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never waited more than half an hour to vote.
Really? That's a
Okay.
surprise.
Maybe
In
you have like a
general,
smaller like district of
Yeah,
people. I don't
yeah. If
know.
it's a smaller area and smaller, like you said, district, yeah, that's possible.
I did.
But I am going to DC tomorrow, so for not for voting
Oh,
reasons, just for friend
why?
reasons. So I
Dude,
mean,
Oscar is just
You're
he's
going to
he,
ground zero.
he's getting
I'm going
he's
to live
getting his
history
bingo
apparently.
card stamp. Getting hitting those high profile places.
Did you
Listen, my
what?
friend had a bad breakup, and they need me to be there today on their day off. So I'm going to, go through the trenches to go find them because I'm such a good friend. Whether I come back or
So
not is a whole different story, but we'll see.
why
Have
don't
your
you?
friend
Why
come
does your
down.
yeah? Why doesn't your friend come here out of the
They don't have
city?
a car.
We have
They
You
live in
don't.
Metro,
DC.
right? And you have a car.
They can get to the end. I was going to talk to them after this call, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Oh,
tell them
okay.
to get on the metro, ride to the end of the line. You'll come and pick them up.
Escape from Ground Zero.
Yeah, because you
Pref
don't
Preferably with
go.
riot shields.
Yeah, you don't go into Fallout.
I was thinking like, should I drive in the city tomorrow? I'm like, Yeah, probably not. It's probably a terrible idea. I was gonna Metro
Yeah,
win, so
the worst idea ever.
I will say, for the record, even though I did say all those things earlier in the video, I do wish for the best. I do wish that once the votes are in, that everything just nothing happens. Like, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some discontent. There's gonna be some we lost, or yeah, we
Hmm.
won, but then it just fizzles out. Nothing
Okay,
happens.
so let me ask you a question individually. Paulo,
Yes,
who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
ooh, it's just a little.
that's tough, man. That's way too spicy, dude. Um,
No, the election's
so
tomorrow. It'll be over.
I do have a hot take on that.
Mm-hmm.
I do incredibly hate both of them,
Uh huh.
and I think I've made this very clear to both of you. I do not like Trump. I do not like Kamala. Who do I hate more? But that's tough. That's tough, dude.
It's like the
Um,
lesser of two evils, right?
yeah, that's true. And I will
Mm-hmm.
say that I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, um, that I subscribe to. So I was just carbonated thing got to my nose, and I had to like breathe in a little bit. Uh, and he said that between Kamala and Trump, the reason why his channel and his entire organization is going behind Kamala is because Kamala will respect the law while Trump will not. And just because of that reason, even though both of them are terrible, he will vote for Kamala Harris, or
Mm-hmm.
at least Kamala Harris and Walz, because he knows that those two will vote will follow the law.
Mm-hmm.
I share that sentiment. I think that if I had to choose between the two, I would choose the one that will uphold the law.
Right.
Former DA, and everything, at least
They'll
that's
follow the existing laws and not try to
and that change him.
change.
Yeah, change him to benefit
Yeah.
their own stuff. So
Yeah. So, several people I know are not voting at all this year because they don't like either candidate. And I say, well, that's not going to help at all, because you got to vote for somebody, or you should vote for somebody. Even if you go in and write a name on the ballot like Chuck E. Cheese or something, uh, at least go in
so
and vote.
I also just realized that I might be swaying Oscar while I said that. Oscar, do not be swayed. Hopefully you're not swayed. Vote for who you think is gonna win,
Oscar's a
or who do you think?
Oscar's a trumper.
I mean,
I might
I
have
saw
to go
him
back.
on his.
Okay, this is like a different side. You know that one channel, Epic Rap Battles of History? They made a
Uh
new
huh.
rap battle for Kamala
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Trump. I go watch that again. It's gonna be whoever wins that is my vote.
Oh my god.
No one ever wins those rap battles.
No,
The
because
comments
didn't like
decide.
Teddy Roosevelt or somebody jump in and
Yeah,
start
Teddy.
rapping?
That's a spoiler, Otis. Not everyone's watched the episode yet.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
I watched it. I didn't. Paula didn't watch it clearly.
I Okay. To be honest, if this video drops, it's probably after the election.
No,
And
it
if
already
you
dropped.
haven't seen, no, I meant like this video. This
This
Oh,
video.
this
video.
video. Yeah, yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
haven't seen the epic rap battle video, by the time this dropped, the election's over. Then you're a little too late. I'm allowed to
yeah,
spoil it.
yeah. You're late to the party. Uh, yeah. So, I've just been hearing a lot of chatter about the National Guard being activated in several states.
I believe it.
Yeah, and all law enforcement on standby and all this stuff ahead of the election results. And then someone else was saying, have you seen all of these jets fly over Woodbridge in Northern Virginia lately? They're getting ready for something.
Hmm.
Like, for
I've
what? I
not.
was like, the election, something's going on.
Oh,
We don't know. They're not
God.
telling us. And I'm like, oh my god, we could go with these conspiracy theories already. You
I
know,
I remember. I remember when it used to be the election day got really exciting for a second. Everyone's tuning into the TV to see who won. Someone wins, and then the next day, nothing happens.
nothing happened.
Like, it's
Uh,
over. You
yeah,
know who the winner is. We're just gonna be prepared for that person's term in
right. It just
office.
wasn't your person, and that was it. Yeah,
That was it. Yeah,
yeah, that was it.
life
Now
goes
it's
on,
like
and
civil
you adapt.
unrest. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now it's like, is a war gonna break out tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know, like that's the vibe I get from people,
Yeah.
and it's just wild to me. Um,
Yeah, it's crazy.
hopefully it's just boring stuff. Nothing happens, kind of type of
Yeah,
deal.
I know several YouTube channels are like devoting their whole stream, like live streams, to the election results and stuff like that. Uh, and someone messaged me earlier and asked me what I thought about it, and I was like, I've not paid attention at all. Uh, in like, maybe the past 3 weeks, to what everybody's saying, because it's just it's too much. It
Yeah.
can be too much, when you live in the DC metro area. That's all. When you turn on the news or watch the news, that's all they talk about. You know,
So
so
so my wife scared me earlier today, a little bit, kind of, well, shook me, not scared me. She shook me, but basically she's like, Paulo, I got something to tell you. My friend in North Carolina sent me, a friend of hers in North Carolina saw the ballot, and one of the ballot, I think she misspoke, but I think what I heard was, um, one of the ballot that you can vote for is that naturalized citizens are not allowed to vote in national elections.
elections, right?
Yeah, and I'm
What?
like, I'm a naturalized citizen, because I'm an immigrant. I came here.
Yeah,
Sorry, Paulo.
And
I can't vote
yeah,
anymore currently.
I'm like that can't be possible. And then she reread it, and and then and then she told me, it's like, yeah, they're voting to switch the language in their like state constitution that says naturalized citizen can vote to U.S. citizens can vote. Oh, and I said that's not a big deal. I'm a U.S. citizen, naturalized.
right.
And I have a blue passport. I'm a U.S. citizen. Um, and she's like, well, a judge could say something that would deny people their voting rights. And I'm like, but isn't that like a federal offense? Like, wouldn't that, because
Yeah,
the federal government recognizes me as a citizen, there's no
yeah,
way they could block my vote, right? I'm
yeah,
paying my
yeah,
taxes. So, you know what? It's like, what's the difference? But
yeah,
that shook me for a bit. And I'm like, holy cow. It's the fact that I even got shook hearing that shows the stress or the impact of how this entire election cycle has gone into my brain. It's
yeah.
just
It,
so
it's
weird.
it's it's something. So, yeah, I'm going to vote for Kamala Trump or Donald Harris. I'm not
Dang.
I'm not
It's
sure
good.
yet.
Some good candidates.
Yeah, so one of those two will be my vote for it.
That you
But
can write in the ballot tomorrow.
yeah,
You're gonna vote for Harris Vance and Trump Waltz.
Harris Vance. So like a yeah,
I feel so bad for that dude because like when uh when in the news when Trump when that uh video got released with his general saying that he actually likes Trump or whatever, like, oh, I need generals, like Hitler's generals.
hmm
And then there was like everyone was saying, oh, uh, the Democrats are going to use this and paint Trump as Hitler, and then it came out that Vance called Trump Hitler once or
uh-huh,
Hitler like. That
yeah.
was, oh man, that was just I cringe. I'm like, dang dude, like how is he still surviving after that? Like,
It's politics, man. So
You do be
yeah,
politics.
it's a bunch of sharks swimming around in bloody waters.
yeah,
So that's all it is. Well, that was all I had. We could wrap this up, Paul. Oh, nice short video.
yeah, but I'm not gonna ask you guys who you're gonna vote for, but what do you think is gonna happen after the election's over? You might be undergoing it right now. We might be under our next episode might be in bunkers. I don't know, but we will
Martial
see.
law. Hmm.
I'm surprised we
Otherwise,
have
we
this
will
in
see
Muckers.
you guys on our next drop.
The final drop.
It's the final countdown.